for pre-need funerals, burials, and cremation since 1975. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Ruth Jordan Bentley Deason, age 80, died December 21st. And there will be a graveside service today in Sylacauga. And that's Ms. Deason was a member of the First Baptist Church of Oak Grove. And in lieu of flowers, donation can be made to First Baptist Church of Oak Grove, P.O. Box 256, Sylacauga. Online condolences at CurtisandSonFH.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing that service. Some of you might remember Ms. Deason. She was an operating room nurse at Sylacauga Hospital for many, many years, and she'll be sorely missed. She passed away on December the 21st. Graveside service for Jason Beavers, age 89, is today at 2 o'clock from Rocky Zion Baptist Church Cemetery, with the Reverend Jeffrey C. Williams officiating. Mr. Beavers died December 16th at St. Vincent's St. Clair Hospital. Anniston Funeral Service directing. In other obituary news this morning, a celebration of life for Alva Dean Jemison Toyer, age 67, is noon Saturday at Jennifer Cemetery. Brother Jeff Jemison will deliver the eulogy. Visitation, Ms. Toyer, will be 1 until 6 on Thursday at the funeral home. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Graveside service for Minnie L. Howell, age 101 of Goodwater, will be Saturday at 2 o'clock from Mount Olive Cemetery. Reverend Wesley Hickenbotham officiating. Graveside visitation 1:30 until 2, also at the cemetery on Saturday. Mrs. Howell died December 16th at her residence, Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, directing. Graveside service for Jackie Lynn Ward, age 62, will be Saturday at 2 o'clock from Evergreen Cemetery. Brother Josh Bell officiating. Miss Ward died Sunday, December the 20th, at her residence. In lieu of flowers, donation can be sent to the Five Points Baptist Church, P.O. Box 1243, Sylacauga 35150. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. And funeral service for Tammy Gerald Wilbanks, age 58 of Sylacauga, is today at 1 o'clock from Westview Baptist Church. Brother Jimmy Roberts officiating. Ms. Wilbanks died Sunday, December 20th at UAB Hospital. Visitation today, 12 till service time at the church. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. And Rosie Lee Townsell, age 66 of Sylacauga, died Saturday. Graveside service will be on today at 11 a.m. from Fayetteville Memorial Cemetery. That's 11 till 12, and then the graveside service at 12. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Larry Craig Hill, age 61 of Sylacauga, died yesterday at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Curtis and Son Funeral Home announcing. Priscilla Mitchell died in Oxford on Tuesday. Curtis and Son Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Dennis Chad Nichols, age 42, will be Saturday at Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel at 2 o'clock. Burial in the Fayetteville Cemetery. Visitation from noon until 2. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel directing. And funeral service for Helen Reynolds will be today. Visitation 10 until 11 at Liberty Baptist Church in Shelby County, with the graveside service beginning at 11. Curtis and Son Funeral Home directing that service. Funeral services for Mrs. Chauncey Ray Nobles, age 68 of Talladega, will be announced by S.M. Goodson Funeral Home. Also, funeral services for Mr. Reginald Spell, age 73, they'll be announced as well by S.M. Goodson Funeral Home in Talladega. Funeral service for Nellie Mae Wallace, age 87 of Talladega, will also be announced by S.M. Goodson Funeral Home. Homegoing celebration, remembering the life of Mrs. Betty Ann Swain Wilson, age 77 of Talladega, will be today at 2 o'clock from Destiny Mission International House of Fellowship, with Prophet Darrell M. Keith officiating. And the body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Interment in the Pine Hill Cemetery. S.M. Goodson Funeral Home, Talladega, in charge of the arrangements. That is a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. It's Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.